everyone. This is Thomas Edward from Empower Survivors Online Coaching Program. Hey, we're getting close to the holidays, and for me, during the holidays, as a male survivor coach of sexual abuse, oftentimes my in-mail box starts to fill up. And that's because of the holidays. Oftentimes, people are experiencing different things just depending on where they are in their healing journey. So, what I want to do is I just want to drop kind of this quick little video that hopefully it will help you maybe to consider some things during the holidays. It might give you some tips and some even different ways of thinking that might help you to make it through the holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas. One, just remember that you are not alone, and remember it's your choice. You get to determine whatever the boundaries and things that you want to set. So, all right. So, I hope this helps.
Okay, so let's talk briefly about surviving the holidays as sexual abuse survivors. I know, like I said, for me during this time of the year, my inbox starts feeling up a little bit because, survivors are dealing with different issues. So I hope that these few tips will help you. And the first one is you need to celebrate. Now, when I'm talking about celebrating, I'm not talking about just celebrating the holidays. But what is great for you to do is to celebrate where you are at now on your healing journey. In other words, you're still on the healing path and you've already done the hardest part, which is to get on the path and start working through the things. But you need to realize that you have survived. You survived the trauma. You need to realize that you're stronger, much stronger than you think that you really are. You need to know that you are the one who's responsible, for your survival, for your endurance, and for the courage that you're bringing to the table. So, you know what? Let's give props. Let's take some credit and give yourself the respect that you deserve. So many times during the holidays, we kind of reminisce or bring up, oh man, I just remember all the dysfunctional stuff before I jumped on the journey. That's okay, right? Because you're still here. You still survived. And I like to look at it this way. Even though we might have our dysfunctional coping mechanisms, whatever, in the past, those were the things that kept us alive to get us to this point today where we're here, we're alive, and we're working through the issues. So let's celebrate that. All right, here's the second thing. This is going to be a time where we're just going to be going through, different emotions. Might be happy, we might be sad, we might be confused, we might be conflicted. But the reality is, it's okay to feel this way, right? Your feelings are your feelings. You might be in some situations during the holidays where you're going to feel uncomfortable, right? It's okay to feel uncomfortable, okay? There might be moments when you have joy, happiness. It's okay to feel those things, right? So it's okay to feel the way that you feel. Here's the next things when we're talking about surviving the holidays. Make sure that you continue to maintain whatever your positive routines that you have. So let's say, for example, in the morning, you get up and you do whatever, a workout. During the holidays, try and maintain those positive routines. Even if you have to, chop it in half, maybe because you don't have as much time, because you got whatever, run over, do the turkey, those different type of things. Try and make sure that you maintain those positive routines. Because what happens is during those routines, especially like exercise, you're going to have wonderful neurotransmitters and things that are being released into the system, right? And so that's going to help you to stay upbeat. And then you're not going to feel all guilty. Oh, I didn't get a workout, whatever. And you still got your workout in, even though it might have been half the time. So continue to maintain your positive routines, whatever they are, exercise, eating. Give yourself a little leeway, but try and maintain those positive routines as much as possible. Now, the next one is really important. And this is during the holidays, we've got to make sure that we reinforce those healthy boundaries. Okay. Sometimes during the holiday seasons, we kind of, if you want to say, the boundaries that are there, the lines that we have drawn for whatever reason, they might be there to protect us. Sometimes because of tradition, maybe we kind of push them to the side. I just want to say, please reinforce whatever your healthy boundaries. So let's just say that maybe one of the significant stressors, for you as a survivor during the holidays is having to deal with family members. And maybe the family members or others might be in a toxic relationship, or they might have been one of the people who sexually abused you. Okay. If your boundaries have been, that person, it's toxic, and I don't expose myself to that situation and that person being in the presence, continue to reinforce that healthy boundary, because that's really important for you to maintain those healthy boundaries. People might be trying to like guilt trips on you, right? Oh, well, why don't you? But you know why those boundaries are there. Those boundaries are there to protect you. And then, of course, ask for support. If you need support, ask for support. Just like the situation that we talked about before. So instead of allowing someone to throw the guilt trip on you, surround yourself with people that one, that aren't going to put the guilt trip on you, but also understand. And so when you say, hey, I need some help, that they're going to be there for help. So don't feel bad about asking for help. Now, also during this, holiday season, if stuff is coming up, for you, when we talk about, support, make sure that you do have the support that you need, right? So if stuff is triggering you to the point, the abuse, the rape, whatever, then call RAINN, right? Call the national network RAINN. So 1-800-656-HOPE, okay? Or you can go to their website, RAINN, RAINN.org, right? If you're, a survivor, whatever, of a domestic abuse, and you're dealing with stuff, hey, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, right? 1-800-799-7233, right? And if it gets to the point where the holidays are just really too much for you to do, and you're in the point where you're considering, self-harm or something like that, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. Okay. Want to keep you safe. So don't feel bad about asking for support. So in a nutshell here, this is in a nutshell. If you didn't hear anything else, this is what you need to do. Okay. So first of all, like we said, make sure that you're going to maintain those healthy holiday boundaries. So you're going to stay focused and true to who you are. Ask for what you want and ask for what you need, right? Do it respectfully, but if you need to ask for what you want, ask for what you want, what you need. Say no when you need to say no with no guilt. Say yes when you say yes because you want to, not because then you're being guilt tripped, not out of obligation to please other people, but because you want to. We call that empowering, right? Let go of trying to control everything and everybody, because you just can't do it. You can only control yourself, right? Be empowered. If you need to skip out on a certain part, if you need to go a little bit later so you don't run into a certain person or a toxic person because you decide you're still going to go, then do it, right? And then do it don't make any excuses, because this is what you need to do to be healthy. Express your feelings if you need to. Express them in a respectful, assertive way, right? So try to avoid the passive aggressive behavior. Take care of yourself physically, take care of yourself emotionally, take care of yourself spiritually. And then I think the biggest thing through this time is that, it is about, having an opportunity to be with people, but spend time with supportive people, right? People who understand you, or people who are going to listen, or people who are going to give you the room that you need, right? And then the final one, of course, is just act according to your values and to your beliefs. All right, so that's it. Surviving the holidays as a sexual abuse survivor. Hey, I hope that helps you. Hey, remember, you can go up to the site, empowersurvivors.com. And like I said, my email usually starts to explode during this time of year. But you know what? If you have something that you need to say or something that you need to share, feel free to send me an email at empowersurvivors@gmail.com. All right. This is Thomas Edward, your male survivor life coach.